Vegas, and I'm here with Christopher Warsow from Bell Flavors.
Yes, sir.
And Bell is highlighting a number of new flavor concepts. Can you tell me a little bit some of the trends that are occurring and what you've developed here?
Some of the larger trends that we're seeing right now are basically Americana. There's a lot of rich food history in this country that I think we've been kind of ignoring for a while. And I think some of those trends are people are kind of taking a lot of the things that are indigenous to this country and taking some of those flavors that were popular in maybe the Asian trend and the regional Mexican trends and kind of adapting and putting those into American style entrees and beverages and things of that nature. So it's kind of like taking some of the trends that were in the recent past and then combining them with the good old Americana. I think those are some of the biggest ones. Another big trend that we're seeing is the food trucks, the food truck-driven food craze right now. Not too long ago, we always thought that it was the trickle-down effect, where it started at the white tablecloth, and the trends started there and kind of worked their way down to QSRs and CPGs, consumer packaged goods, and things like that. But now we're kind of seeing that get flipped on its head, and the food trucks is a good example of taking trendy items that people could spend $2 or $3 on and experiment with new flavors without being invested in a whole entree, $10, $20 entree at a restaurant.
What might be an example of that, like successful?
A good example of that is what we're serving today at the IFT is a Korean chili dog. So we made basically a chili dog, or chili, with Korean infused ingredients in it using our flavors, and then making that with kimchi slaw that's not fermented but has a fish sauce flavor that's allergen free that will give you that impression of being fermented. So it's kind of like the sweet and the hot, the crunchy and the chewy all in one dog. Taking something that Americans love, a hot dog, and then just adding something that's that's a little bit different, experimenting with new flavors and then giving them something new and exciting on an old favorite.
And some of the beverage concepts you have here, can you expand a little bit
some
about
of the beverage concepts that we have here, we have a tropical punch. It's a nice refreshing punch that we it's a tropical punch flavor. So it has a nice coconut note background to it, but it's not overpowering, doesn't taste like like suntan lotion or anything like that. So it has a nice citrus refreshing note to it. Nice tropical punch flavor. Some of the other beverage that we're doing here, Arnold Palmer, I think it's very popular. Arnie Palmer, half lemonade and half iced tea. Very, very refreshing, of course. On the sweet side, we did a blondie brownie instead of a chocolate brownie. We did a blondie, so it's infused with a caramel, butterscotch flavor in there as well. So it's instead of being chocolate, it has a nice caramel note to it. And then we have a brownie with a cocoa reduction flavor that we have in there to kind of save some money with the high cost of cocoa right now, to add a flavor in there to kind of cost reduce and still get that full cocoa flavor with a cafe de olla drizzle, which is very popular in Latin American trends right now, in Latin American circles. So that kind of brings together a few things right there. Everybody loves a brownie, and adding a Latin American twist with the cafe de olla.
Thank you very much.